All right, so we're back. We had to geek out for a bit, kind of upgrade our equipment, and now we're back in the dungeon we were in before. Hopefully, we haven't lost our groove. We were a little bit stronger now. It's a little bit easier to put the kibosh on everything in here. That wasn't too bad. Do I have more or less? I have more armor. Um, I guess I have more health now. Just got an axe. Um, yeah, I should probably go and upgrade with this axe too. I can beat this guy. Yeah, oh, that's the guy I was supposed to beat. Okay, it's another door he's open. Yeah, I've been enjoying season 8. I enjoyed Diablo 4 as a whole for what it is. Um, I didn't even buy Vessel of Hatred because I'm a form, not a form. I just play a lot of Destiny 2. I haven't played Destiny 2 in a very long time. Last time I logged in, I was just like, it's kind of like logging into Destiny 1, to be honest with you. Like, I did so much, there's so much stuff, and it's just all over the place, and it's like, you go in and you immediately start getting new stuff. There's nowhere to put it. It's like, why am I getting? It's overwhelming at some point. I guess I just can't be bothered with it. I think I understand the sentiment that some people have about just having a Destiny 3 or something. Just have a new game so that you don't have to worry about all that. I always maintain that I enjoyed Destiny 1 a lot more than I ever enjoyed Destiny 2. That's just the way it was. Destiny 2 to me never compared to Destiny 1, no matter what kind of technical advances they might have said they made when I first started playing the game and they made it seem like they were going to support it for like 10 years. I was hoping that they were going to support the game's look the exact way it was right there. Like, one of the main reasons that I liked Diablo 4 so much, and one of the main reasons I liked it from the first time I started playing it, is that it looks like a painting on my TV, and I'm controlling it. Like you can't beat that. Like that's the kind of the experience that I'm going for. I'm really impressed with the artwork and how it takes advantage of high definition televisions and 4K screens to create like a really immersive experience that you really can't ask for more. Um, we're living in the year 2025. I was born in 1984, and it is just, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot change from the time that I was very young to today. And I mean, it's hard to think that. I mean, it isn't hard to think. Like, I've always kind of thought that. I speak with my parents. Like, my mom was born in before the 1950, and my dad was born after 1950. And they grew up in rural Jamaica, and I grew up in suburban Canada. It's just like two completely different things. And I always think that it's kind of weird that the way that they grew up and the way that my grandparents grew up, other than my great grandmother, because she was actually from Scotland, um, like the way that they grew up is so much similar. Like the way my parents grew up is more similar to the way that all my each generation going back, pretty much. they all kind of grew up the same, and the way I grew up is nothing compared to the way that my parents grew up. Nothing compared to the way my grandparents grew up. Nothing compared to the way that my great grandparents grew up, um, and so on and so forth. Yet the way that my parents grew up is so much more similar to the way that they lived than anything I've ever experienced. That um, every day that I live is a new experience that has never existed in human history, literally. And I've always wanted to take that responsibility seriously, not take it for granted, and be worthy of the experience that really no other, again, humans in history have really had the chance to experience. And it's not, I feel a little guilty because someone with my capabilities should have been able to do a lot more for a lot more people than just what I've been able to do for myself. And I feel that. I really do. It it's something that's always in the back of my mind. No matter how much I push it. Oh, nice. Oh wow, wow. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yo, they really. Right. Hold on. Oh, so instead of upping the chance of it, it only. Oh, are you for real? Hold on. Oh, oh wow. Okay. So now just the physical damage goes up. But that's is that hmm. Okay, so now it doesn't make okay. So because before, yeah. Sorry, I was geeking out on the game again. So I mean, like, think about that. Like, I'm here using my brain, right, to just kind of entertain myself with numbers on the screen. That doesn't escape that fact doesn't escape me. You know what I mean? But the fact is, every time I leave my house and I go outside, I'm confronted with the world. And the world is very different from me. Very different from me. You know? And I don't say that to be arrogant or anything like that. It's just a fact. Um, and it's annoying. I don't necessarily enjoy that. I take advantage of it like I should. 'Cause, I mean, who wouldn't? But at the same time, I wish it wasn't so. I really do. I wish more people um, had as easy a time as I do. Because when you just kind of know what you're talking about and you don't talk a bunch of smack and stuff like that, I mean, you can't even comprehend how easy it is. It's really easy. There's nothing complicated about any of this stuff. And nice. Nothing hard about any of this stuff. You just gotta put your mind to it and get it done. Um, have to know how to kind of maneuver things into your favor, and a lot of it comes down to reading, comprehension, and understanding. When I was young, every weekend my mom used to take me on Saturday to the library, and she'd just leave me there. And I'd be there for a couple of hours and stuff. I pretty much usually just kind of went to the magazine section and I just read a bunch of magazines, mostly like Mad magazines and stuff like that. I read a lot of Archie comics. Um, I still got two more aspects. Good weapons, but good weapons with aspects, so they gotta go. Um, yeah, I just read a lot, and they're not here now, and I wish they were. But growing up, I had a set of Encyclopedia Britannica from 1988, and we basically just had a library at home. And every now and then, you just pick one up and just kind of go through it. I sometimes I just use words, and I just happen to know that that's the word to use in that particular situation because for whatever reason I might have read it somewhere at some point, and I was like, oh, that's that word for that particular scenario. And so something comes up, and you're like, oh yeah, and this is the word to describe it. And it's very useful to have. It's weird that flexing knowledge is seen as an individual boast rather than a public, um, not necessarily announcement, um, but like a public service announcement, for lack of a better expression, and to quote Jay-Z, that hey, this is some stuff that I know that now I can that this is some stuff that I know that I'm telling you now not necessarily to flex, not necessarily to say anything this, that, or the other, but it's out in the open now, and now everybody knows it. That type of thing. Very, very necessary public discourse, honest, open public discourse about things that are happening, so we don't come to conclusions that aren't true. Very important. Um, I guess I could. I guess I could mess around with this one item here. Yeah, that would definitely be a good idea. But I would lose some armor and I would lose some life. Do I really want to do that? Let's try something here. Let's run out of money before we have a chance to really get this thing going. Oh, we got on the first try, good. Alright, and then let's. Do we have enough items to enchant it? And are we going to enchant something else that we just destroyed? I do not have enough. Okay. Gotta destroy more weapons to make more weapons. Perfect. Perfect. Or maybe I just need to hit up a tree of whispers and get some materials. Probably what I need to do. But what was I talking about before? Yeah. I did say I stopped smoking weed for a little bit. I probably should smoke weed for even longer than that, but I'll probably usually like smoke again before I go to bed or something. I am well annoyed with myself, but that's okay because it's got to be. That's okay because it's got to be, and that is the truth.